Okay, so I was an idiot and I wasn't recording when I actually started to film the video, if that makes any sense. So the first few minutes or so of this video are lost. But basically, all I do is I kind of show some progress I did with the water draining and spawn chunks, and then I hop into a copy of the hardcore world in creative mode, and I build the TNT duplicating flying machine in the creative world so that we can kind of test it and see how it deals with the terrain, and then it picks up as I'm beginning to build it and do some testing. So sorry for the screw up. I just did some recording and then I realized I wasn't actually recording. But what I did basically was I wanted to scope out what kind of terrain we're going to be dealing with under our spawn chunks. I don't remember exactly when I stopped recording last, but this is a copy of our hardcore world. I just put in the seed and generated the world, so this is an untouched copy of it. But I wanted to see, because when we have the TNT duplicator going, it's going to run into underwater lakes, lava lakes, and that stuff. So I decided I'm not going to be doing any I'm not going to be. This isn't. I mean, it's kind of cheating in my mind, but I'm not going to use this knowledge to my advantage. I just want to know how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be. So I went ahead and went under the ground to see how much shit there's going to be in our way, and yeah. Not only do we have a massive, massive mine shaft, but we also have a shitload of massive lava lakes. So we're going to have some cleaning up to do after this whole exploding process, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to test to see how far TNT will drop before it explodes, which is why I have this thing. It goes pretty high. I don't know why it's having trouble generating, but so this block up here is, we are looking at block 182, so I'm going to activate it, follow it as it falls, and try and track. Wait, so can I do game rule? Is there a way to turn off TNT explosions? Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how to do this, and even if I turned off TNT explosions, I think it would not activate at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place TNT on block, what was it again, 182? 182. We're going to activate it and try and track where it explodes. Okay, so let's say it's in the middle here, so like here, and that's block 102. So it drops exactly 100 blocks, give or take a few, before exploding. Meaning that everything beneath, so let's try and say we want to, let's say that's going to not be as accurate. So let's say we want to put this at 95 or 90. That means we're going to have to flatten the world to 70, no, not 70, 80, because we want the duplicator 10 blocks above the ground-ish. So let's say we're going to do this at 90, so we need to flatten everything to y equals 82-ish. Meaning all of this that I did work to flatten, which I don't know why I did. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look how close it is to sea level. What the hell was I thinking? But, like, even stuff up here we won't have to flatten as much. Like, yeah, this is already almost flat enough. So we'll just have to, like, shave off this top layer I'm on. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to build up this duplicator so it goes through this valley, and we'll see how it works and stuff. So it's probably going to be a while before you guys see me again, because I'm bad with redstone, especially flying machines. Okay, everyone, I think I have the flying machine all set up. Here's hoping. So basically how it works is This machine over here is, it looks crazy, I know. Basically, when I break this redstone block, this whole contraption thingy here or something is going to let go of the duplicators, which are here. And it's going to start flying off in that direction. And something with the dead coral in the minecart duplicates the TNT. I don't know how it works. I just make the things. And then over here, I think I have this right. Looking at block 93. So then the return station should be at block 93. Yes, okay, it doesn't look like it from afar. But basically, the blocks kind of catch into here, and it updates the pistons. It moves it one block this way, and then it sends it back off in this direction. And then one of these, the contraption here that's left behind, will launch back in the other direction. Sorry about Discord notice, by the way. But by breaking this redstone block, it should hopefully start going. Oh, oh my god! That goes fucking ham, dude. Look though, look how much extra stuff is getting blown up. That's gonna be a pain in the ass with the ocean. So if we do this right on the edge, oh fuck. I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be perfect. But there it fucking goes. I did not think I was gonna get it right first try. Wow. This is so cool. So what does it do in the lava? This is perfect. This is literally perfect. Because I mean, lava, I think, well, it's already ignited, so it's not gonna, I don't think all lava should do is slow it down. Which could be an issue. But one thing is that the TNT is shooting the stuff in the other direction, but I want to see... Oh, it worked! I didn't even notice that it worked. Holy shit, dude. This is so cool. So I wonder how deep it'll get before... Oh! There was a dungeon here. That's close to the surface, holy shit. Well, now I feel like I'm a cheater because I know it's here. That's one thing I did want to do. Any dungeons or anything valuable that I knew existed in spawn chunks, I wanted to cover in obsidian and preserve. But this doesn't cover the full length of spawn chunks. I stopped it here because of the river, but this is a good portion of it. You can see how much this blows things up. Dang. There's water in this fountain, so I want to see how it's going to react, how it's going to go once it gets to the water. We're definitely going to have some cleaning up to do, but it's not really blowing up. How much stone is left under here? Ooh. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of lava to clean up. But then it should. Yes! It works! Dude, I built a machine in a server that I've been playing. The server I've been playing on, it's a blast chamber, which I spent like 6-7 hours trying to get it to work, and it just, whenever I got one thing working, something else broke. But this is working perfectly first try. Okay, there's more water here. So what's it doing? The TNT doesn't... What? I didn't know that happened to with lava, too. Luckily, I knew this lava lake was there, and I was going to plug it, because I heard it when I was digging out this portion here. But I think I'm just going to sit up here AFK a while, and just see how deep it gets. We might have to eventually make a second one of these machines further down if it doesn't go that deep, but I mean, it is going pretty well here. And I mean, of course, this is going to go sweep all the way through spawn chunks over there. So This is going to get a lot of work done, so I think I'm just going to sit here like this for a while and just see how it goes. So this is a problem I didn't think of. I mean, I knew that the lava was going to be annoying, but it's going to start pouring down further and further out, meaning we're going to have more and more stuff to drain. So we might actually have to do an underground sweep and drain everything before we start blowing things up. Which sounds like a lot of work. Okay, so it's been going a little bit longer, and is that bedrock? Yes, it fucking is, dude. It gets to bedrock, which is really nice, but this is an issue. Uh-oh, did that just... Okay, it didn't get out of render distance. Look at this. We might actually have to go through and drain a bunch of liquids, because that's ridiculous. My only other thought is... My only other way I think we could get rid of this easily is if we let it sweep through spawn chunks one time without draining any liquids. Then we go through and we drain all the rest of the liquids we can see, right? And then we let it go through again with all the liquids drained to get the last of it. And then there will probably be more liquids uncovered, but at that point I don't know if we'll need a third sweep or if we can just do it by hand. But one thing I do want to point out here is I'm going to keep this rugged look of the wall. Like, I'm not going to make it sheer, like just flat sheer cliff. I want to make it like this because this looks so much cooler and more natural. But yeah, this thing has not been going very long, and it's... Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be able to reach this deep this fast. But obviously I was wrong. So if I bump my render distance up to like 32 and then sit here in the middle of spawn chunks and like box myself in and then just let it go overnight, this thing will have finished a sweep. Now, I'm not entirely sure how to stop it actually. I think you can just place an obsidian block somewhere. I think there was a redstone block with this piston, I think, that activated the whole machine when I broke it, so maybe I replaced that. Or maybe I can just like here or something, I place an obsidian block, and then when it reaches it, it'll just stop. But I don't want to risk breaking it. Why is there an observer on that block, but not on the... I don't know. But I'm gonna hop back into the survival world, or in the hardcore world, I think, and sweep back through. But actually, one last check to see how much closer I got to bedrock. So it didn't quite uncover it. I'm actually gonna let it run a little bit and see if it completely gets down to bedrock, or if we'll need to lower it some more. We might need to lower it to like Y85, which means we'll have to lower all the ground to Y75 or below-ish. But there is that mob spawner, which I have to check it out now. Now that I know the mob spawner is there, I can't not check it out, but I feel guilty because I wouldn't have probably found it otherwise, so it does feel a little cheaty, but I guess we'll check it out, I guess. I saw another one, too, when I was in spectator mode. It was a spider spawner, I know, but I know it's technically not cheating, but it feels cheaty to me. But we're going to watch here. Wow. The frame lag is real. Let's just watch. I think some of it is blowing up just a little bit too early. Yeah. Most of it, oh my god, the frame lag. most of it blows up before it hits the ground. So we're going to have to lower this by another few blocks. Right now, I started the TNT, I believe, is at 90. The TNT is at 90 by the looks of it. So maybe, like, we lower it to 90 to 85, like I said. That's probably the best call. That's probably the best call. So for now, I'm going to figure out how to stop this thing, and then we can head back over into the actual hardcore world for some work on the draining over at the ocean. Okay, so we're back in the hardcore world, and I'm going to be popping over into spawn chunks here, but as you can see, it's very different. So I've moved the kind of everything up into the sky, and so basically the reason for this is because when the TNT Duper is going across spawn chunks, I don't want it blowing up all the stuff. But if we look over there, you're going to notice there's even more work done, I think. I can't be sure how much more work is done, but I have done, I think, at least 2 of these, maybe 1, but I ran out of sponges and was not able to finish this portion. Well, I didn't run out, but they are basically just the sponges need to be smelted. So I do want to check out real quick. I want something that I was hearing over there, but it's almost night. So in the meantime, I did go ahead and look into the dungeon that we knew was over here, and it is a spider dungeon. I didn't really take any of this because it's pointless, but that is the second spider dungeon that we know of in spawn chunks, which is interesting. But so I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to have the TNT Duper going across at Y85, meaning everything is going to have to be flattened to Y75. And you can see I've started work on doing that over there as well since the last time we were here. And that is really one of the only problem points, except for this region here. And then there's, of course, that over there. A little bit over there that we have to take care of. And we might go a little bit further in on that side because I don't want the TNT to get caught on one of the edges right there by my cursor, my crosshairs, whatever, and then blow up the machine. But I don't actually know how I'm going to stop it. Because to stop it, you need to place a redstone block down. But the problem with that is if I'm AFK and it does its whole loop, then I don't want it to go further into the ocean and stuff. So I'm thinking if I place an obsidian block in its path, it'll stop it from going forward. I cannot speak, but it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be like a perfect square, just roughly. And I want to have like a central AFK spot because while, of course, I don't need to be here for farms to run, if I'm ever AFK, like if I want a creeper farm to run, for example, then I need to be present because hostile mobs will not be loaded unless I'm here in spawn chunks. So there are going to be a couple AFK spots. I'll probably have one in the middle, like way up there, so that if I just want my farms to run, but I'm not really down to play right now, I can just sit there. And then, of course, there will be spots. Like, I'm probably going to put all my hostile mob farms in one area so I can AFK there. But at the same time, if I do that, then it might affect the rates of all the farms. But over in, I think, this next one, Yeah, I was hearing a zombie or two when I was uh in down in here or draining and stuff. So I want to see what's down here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, creeper. Okay. Doesn't look like there's a dungeon. I was hearing multiple by the sounds of it. So I was hoping there'd be a zombie dungeon, but whatever. It's no big deal if there isn't. So I'm gonna do that. So I think in these next couple, one of these next couple episodes is gonna be like a mega episode where I I drain all the water. Like I think we'll do a mega episode next after this one where I literally drain all of the water from inside spawn chunks. That's on the surface, anyways. Um, I'm going to be draining all the lava sources that I know are there at and that are easy to do, like that one there right above my crosshairs, and there's another one right there above my crosshairs. I'll drain those because I know that they're there, makes it easy. But other than that, I think the way we're going to do it is I'm going to let it go without going through a huge effort to drain all the other liquids, and then I'll do a second AFK session, or I'll let it run back the other direction, so that it can so I'll let it go, and I'll drain any liquids that are exposed, and then I'll let it go again so that it can get the spots that the liquids prevented it from getting, and then I'll do like a third sweep if necessary. So that's, I think, the plan here. That should, in theory, work, because I don't want to go below ground before all this, but I want to see, real quick, I just want to see how much more terrain flattening I have left to do. So this is like 80. That's 78, which is, I'm lagging. Well, that's lower than I thought, but over here is like 80-ish. I'm getting really weird lag here. I don't know why. And then all this area I think is good. Yeah, this appears to be just barely good enough. What's that block there? That block is at 71, so this area is fine. Whoa, I lost 4 hearts. And then over here, I think there's some area I might need to flatten a bit. So this is exactly on the mark. I'll just get rid of that. This as well. So then the tops of these I'll need to flatten by the looks of it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, definitely. But this will take no time. Yeah, just 2 layers. So then 3 layers over here. And then that's it, I think. Maybe a layer or 2 over there. And then I don't think there's anything further than that. So I think I'm going to flatten out everything to below 75 in this episode. End it there. The next episode will be the mega episode where we drain all the water. And then the episode after that will probably be where we build the slime machine and give it its first run around. I'm thinking about starting to stream this as well, for like when I'm doing more of the grindy stuff. But we're getting a good amount of sugarcane just from letting this run. I was thinking of building 2 zero-tick sugarcane farms, or even 3, just like all in a line here, so that we could get a crap load, because with the plans that I have for this world and the eagerness I have to just start working on all my plans and stuff, I want to get started on everything. I have so many plans, so this world will, unless I die, will probably stay is like my main world for quite a while. Even though now I kind of plan the server more than I do here still, that probably will eventually change, honestly. Um, so, yeah, I think those are the plans here. So, I'm going to do some of the digging, and I will meet you guys back when everything is flattened. Okay, so after some grinding, I think I have all the areas flattened that were above Y75. I finished out clearing some of those levels there, and then I decided to push it a little further back past the border of spawn chunks because uh, I want to make sure that if a TNT lands right on, it can't like land on the top part if we're blowing it up right along the edge. And then I also flattened a little bit of that area. That area had a couple levels I needed to flatten, so I did that. Then I moved over there, which is harder to see, but there was some weird terrain generation over here that I flattened in about no time at all, actually. And then in the opposite direction, there are a couple, like right there, just a little bit of the tops of the hills that I had to flatten down a little bit. So, like that there, and then there was that. I don't actually think there was really anything else. But I think now everything is ready, all the terrain, except, of course, once we drain the water, everything will be ready for the TNT Duper. So, it'll probably be a while before a new episode comes out because I have to drain all of the water in this section. The only way that might not happen, the only way that there might be an episode before that is if I have something else I want to do, like, I don't know, I don't even know. If there's some other random thing that I'm like, oh hey, I should get this done, I'll record a video or something where I update on the progress of the water draining and then doing whatever I had planned. But I might start streaming this. Honestly, I might start live streaming some of this, but I'm not entirely sure yet. But for now, that's going to be the end of this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.